You can't. Can't do it. Several years ago, they couldn't cooperate. You had the Majlis, right? You had the hardliners, and you had the foreign ministry, and they was back and forth. The military just supports this Iran period, and they got a good military. So what do you have now? Iran comes in and they go along with this phony treaty, and then the dummy comes in and tears it up. So that shows Rouhani, Zarif, and all of them. They say, y'all wanted this, you promised this, da 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 da. So now they have to say, well, dear hardliners, you're right. And then the middle of the road is the Majlis, right? A lot of Johnnies and all of them guys. Everybody's on the same team right now. And this thing, yesterday, seals Iran together. They have never had this much unity since the war. They hadn't had this much unity, this much harmony, this much cohesion since the war, and they're 5 times as rich as they was. And death to America. Remember that? Marbar America? America is the most isolated country in the world, and going to the UN tomorrow to get more isolation. Nobody could have done that. You couldn't have did it. Iran couldn't have did it. Right? Only Allah could do it, and He tells the dummy, you guys are dumb. We want you to act as dumb as you can. Do the stupidest thing that you can. Trying to get rid of Iran. And what do? They produce the most unity and the most harmony. Then they bring Russia in. You got to look at it. What's going on? So, Iran is not only in the driver's seat, but they got a clown, want to make China, want to make Iran, want to make everybody do what they say.
That's Kemosabe.
He don't have no sense. Look at the dummy. Look at the dummy. The UN is coming up tomorrow and next week. Iran is in pocket. Russia's in pocket. China's in pocket. Our dear friends, North Korea, who's on our side? Everybody. Everybody. And the U.S. done got rid of them voluntarily, kicked everybody off the boat. I ain't doing no Paris Accords. The Chinaman said, well, we want to have some clean air. The Chinaman said, we'll take that. So America steps off. We're not gonna do this because we're not getting any money back, they said, boss man. These are the white folks. They said, we're spending the money in Korea. That's the best dollars that we get back because we got our missiles over there, we got everything, so we keep China in check. We can protect Japan. They're not taking no money from us. We spending the money so we can run the show. It costs to be the boss. You think people are gonna I just love you? No, the cost to be the boss. You're paying the bills, right? Now, this fool come in, he say, I don't like this deal. We're not getting no money. They said, we got everything going our way. We're paying the UN. That's why everybody votes our way. If you stop paying, they got to mind their own. Or China will pay them. Well, somebody else will say, I give you 10,000 tons of tea or anything if you just vote my way. And they ain't getting no money from Sam. This is what I'm trying to say, dear believers. Now, how you gonna fix all this? You know the white man is listening. So you tell the white man, Iran is on the road, and they doing this, they gonna do that, so the white man go out to stop him. Same old, we tell him every month what we're doing. You know, have y'all ever heard the biblical statement about the second coming of Jesus? All eyes will see him, but he'll come like a thief in the night. Everybody remember that? Okay. Now see, I gotta remember that the Negro that's born and raised, he come out of any kind of bag. You don't know where he's coming. Whether it's coming in the Quranic bag, Hadith bag, historical bag, personal bag, or even the Bible. Last week we was in what was it? Revelations, right? But that Revelations was today. It looked like somebody, the Department of Strategic Studies, wrote up the decline of Britain or the U.S. That's what it sounded like. But when they saw that guy way off, just said, chaos, they said, man, I trade, everything is going to be, and they called it a big whore, a big prostitute, that's what they said. Babylon might just because it didn't say USA, but it sounded like it. Now, how is it that all eyes don't see him, but he's coming like a thief in the night? It don't make sense, right? What it is the Negro, whoever it is coming. Forget about Jesus, he'll be here eventually. But right now, this is the Negro. All eyes gonna see him. He's gonna be on everything, he's gonna say everything publicly. This, that, and everybody's listening. They're listening. And but he's telling them opposites. If you study them, you know what motivates them, what pushes a button. So you tell them, oh, Iran gonna do this, oh my Lord, what they gonna do? And so they gotta get out to stop it. So all eyes gonna see it. They're looking at it, it's gonna be everywhere. All eyes see it. But they're coming like a thief in the night. A thief in the night. That means he's gonna slip in. How is it that all eyes can see him, but he's coming like a thief in the night? That they gonna see it and they hear it, but they ain't gonna know that everything is missing until he gone. Then they gonna say, oh, we thought that the nigga was a cherry picker or a street sweeper, and we saw him. But everything is gone. Everything. Our power, our prestige, right? Is gone. So, now, remember now, the white man and the Negro, everybody's parochial. They see things from their own position. None of them in the State Department, none of the Negroes, none of them have been to Asia, the Middle East, Africa, Scandinavia, South America, Mexico, Canada. They've never been to all those places and had to act in all of those places. So in order to act there, in order to eat there, you got to know how to do something in them countries in order to get by. So that means you have a feeling of how the world, this is a gift from Allah. This is Allah training you or that Negro decades ahead of time, because there's no reason why I ought to go there. But just go there, you just going over there, and Allah will run you there if you don't feel like going. He'll run you there. And at the right time, you'll look up, you'll be trained, you'll have concept, you'll have ability to put all this together in one package, and none of them will. And even if you tell them over and over again, all eyes gonna see him. Everybody see? Yeah, 24/7. I know myself. When I say 24/7, that's what it is. Nobody has to believe it. I'm just explaining. 24/7. All I see, the white man got the whole visualized, the whole video camera, the whole soundtrack, everything. Looking dead at all of this for decades. And then you have to experiment to test. Is they really going to spend that much time, that much energy on a coon? So you got to test it. And after 15 or 20 or maybe 50 tests, you come out to the conclusion that he is obsessed with certain things. So then it has to be used. So you take the button sequence and you push all the buttons. And boss man do everything himself. Remember we talked about psychological guerrilla warfare has worked. What did we say about Oakland? Years ago, we said it's just like talking to the police, tell them to take the pistol out of your hand and blow your own brains out. Because we had 10 people listening to us. Abe Foxman, Steve Emerson, right? That was a time when they was, it's too late to try to play like we don't exist. The Terrorist Network, Steve Emerson, Daniel Pipes. Look, they don't get no bigger Zionists than old Abraham Foxman. All three of them was paying 24 hours. They had us on their stuff. They're paying attention. It's 24/7. It's not an illusion. So, psychological guerrilla warfare, ain't nobody, we have a program to Masjid. We have enough food for 200 people. There's 10 people coming and it's full, right? They take our flyers and put them on their thing. Maybe 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 500,000 people read our flyer on their website. It's psychological guerrilla warfare. It's perfect. We don't have, who cares about 10 people coming to our program? We just have a nice little dinner. We spend a few $100s every time. Whatever we don't eat then, we serve it at the next June. And we are not, do you think the people know about us? When we went over to, what's the name of that, whatever that was, out there in Sterling, do you think everybody was aware of who he was? Think so? Everybody. Everybody. Right? So, all eyes see, right? Psychological guerrilla warfare, it worked perfectly. And it didn't cost us a dime. Not a dime. Everybody is aware of who we are, and everybody is aware of what we stand for. They don't have to come. Do you think? It's not that we don't care about Oakland. Who cares? Tell the truth. We didn't maneuver. Boss man, do you know that you have been skillfully maneuvered? Iran is going to do this, Iran is going to do that. So, you kill a few people, you invade Yemen, you do all that. You blow up 25 people here, but in blowing these people up, you produce unity and harmony that will save 1 million later on. It sounds strange, but it's true. You get the white man. That's what the dumb not dumb politicians, but our brothers didn't understand what we was doing. Because they didn't have the nerve. They don't have the nerve to do this. They feel you're doing this and it's causing us trouble. That's what they feel. Just shut up, just be quiet, and let us do our diplomacy. If they had any sense, that's what I would do. But they don't have no sense. They'd have sense now. Not we, I'm talking about the Negro I was talking to him. They engineered the whole thing. It sounds crazy, unless you read it. They engineered the whole thing. They engineered the white man. They scared the white man. They're going to do this, that. And they killed 50 people. They may kill 1,000. It kills 1,000 now, but it saves 1,000,000, 10 million later on. Why? Because the whole region is unified now. In Iran, you can't get them more unified. Nobody. It'll take 10 years for this unity to go anywhere. For the next 10 years, they harmonize, right? Innocent people, you're just slaughtering women and children for what? Who's got to get it together? The hardliners have to take it easy on the bootlickers. And the bootlickers have to say to the hardliners, you guys are right. You guys are right. We're all in this together. It's simple. It's elementary, dear Watson. It is. It's as elementary as you can get. But it's real. Think about it. What I'm just saying right now is real. It don't make no difference whether nobody believes it. So you think if dumbass Mukhtar and Khadijah come talking about this, that, and other, and we're working on this stuff, not we, but the Negro is working on this, and it's there. This is it. It's either the truth or it's a lie. It's a nigga drinking mumbo jumbo juice going crazy. It's either that or it's true. Either these things happen, the final result is either Marbach America, either America's finished. America's the laughing stock. We read the world press sometimes. What are they saying? What's happening, man? What's happening with y'all? Talking about the soap opera of the week? It is. Sometimes 2 episodes in 1 week. It's Amoroso this week. It's Kavanaugh the next week. It's always something stupid. It is never any focused production going on. How can you make every policy is a dumb butt policy? How is that possible? We're going to save the farmers. The farmers said, man, we're going to sweat this out. But we got all these soybeans, man. China was buying all our soybeans. Now we just picked them. They're all big, right? We're the Campbell Soup Company. Now, doggone the can costs 5 cents more than it did before because of the domestic
tariffs.
We're going to give you guys a tax cut. They give them a $2 trillion tax cut that the rich get, and the poor pay for it because they're $2 trillion extra in debt. Right? This is not believable. This is not believable. This is not, right? So, anyway, I think I've said enough on that. So, As-Sabiqun means that with Allah's help, we have to play our part in this. Remember, I just happened to look at this today. Overdosing on the job, a growing epidemic, all white folks. Just ODing on the job. All the white folks, they ODing on the job. Why is that a big deal? Because a nigga never had no job to OD on, tell the truth. A nigga don't fiend ain't had no job. Right? You ain't never heard of no Negro. He was on his job and OD'd. He OD'd in a dope house or down the street or in a garbage can. Right? So, this is what the revival is about. When we talk about gratefulness and thankfulness, it's to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and it's to Islam to bring us through all of these changes and help the world. That's what we're here for. That's what our job is. That's what we started out to do, but it was mostly Negro orientated. But now the whole world needs, these white folks need as much help as the Negro help. Actually, they're dying faster. It's unbelievable. More white folks are dying than Negroes. It's probably that. Turn my phone off. Oh, excuse me 1 second. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, I'll be there in a little while and we can go pick it up, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, anyway, I want to move toward a close. We're in a position that we should be in. Don't pay no attention to Oakland here. That's during this period. That's not our main. We may have them think they're thinking, but is that more important than this whole world? Now, either I'm gonna stop talking in a minute. Either the Negro played a part, the major part, in arranging this, or the Negro is a psychopath. Just might as well just make it, either it's true or it's not. Either the predictions, the outline and the focus, the forecast, saying what should be done,